something and they watch something, they take that in very literally. They don't have that capacity, and that's why I think it's very important for us to, no matter who our friends are, for us to be able to challenge our friends. I would love to get in the room with Snoop Dogg. I would love to build with him. I would love to build with him. And I challenge the idea of grown-ass men doing certain things at a certain age, because once you reach a certain age, it's not appropriate. It's just not appropriate. And I think it's important. There's certain things that women can say that men just aren't supposed to. They're just not supposed to, because that's not your function and your role. But we women, in terms of where we are, and the internalized oppression that we take on, particularly women in hip-hop, who get pissed off and we leave the conversation. We say, oh, that's BS, I'm not doing, we get mad, but we don't stay at the table, and we don't talk, and we don't voice our opinions enough. But I think that women are gonna play a very critical role, and Nitty knows this, you can see it in her face. Women are gonna play a very critical role in what happens with hip-hop next, because there are just certain things that a dude is not gonna say. But women can get away with it. And I urge each and every one of you women, you hip-hop heads in the room, to start speaking out and speaking up more. And don't just get pissed off and go sit in the corner and complain to your girlfriends or to your man. It's not right. Because hip-hop needs you to be active and to be present. And there are things that we see the difference between right and wrong, that a man just doesn't have the sensibilities to distinguish. That's not his role. Women are the mothers of this earth. That's not his role. That's not his role. And you know I'm right. You're supposed to speak to right and wrong, and you're supposed to tell them gently. You know, Lupe? You know, you really should think about, this is what we're supposed to be doing. So I have more to say. I want to stem off what she was saying.
Wait a minute. Hold on. First, I would like to say about the representations of women, right? You have to, you can't just stop at movies. You go to the hieroglyphs, women are aware, they have their titties out in the hieroglyphs. This is thousands of years ago, this hallowed traditions and things that we see. This is a woman that is being shown, and on top of that, she's the queen. And her titties are out. Let me finish. Some of the first titties I've ever seen, it wasn't in Playboy. Where was it? National Geographic. Who were they? The leaders of these tribes, right? Let's not get caught up in, oh, she got her titties out, her ass is out, and this, that, and the third. I think that's doing a disservice, you know, to the conversation as a whole. If we're going to open it up and progress to where it's going, embrace that.
But are those, I mean, the African female images that you're talking about that have their titties out.
They're not always African.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I mean, is it always in such a highly sexualized context?
It's how I interpret it.
Right.
Because as a young man, I interpreted it sexually.
It's the lens. It's the lens in which you have been trained to interpret.
No. This is me as a child, the same 12-year-old that she said didn't have the ability to deconstruct this and that and the third. And I'm playing strictly devil's advocate, because I agree with everything everybody's saying, but to expand the conversation. As a 12-year-old, the first titties that I saw, where I had an erection, were in National Geographic. Right? And let me finish. It's how